Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome. It is I, troopersjp, and thank you for joining me as I play through Sundial Games' 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, a 365-day solo RPG where we play as a villain, and that villain is Shade Murdstone, a bone caller, which is sort of like a mix between, I'm thinking of like a necromancer and a rogue. And I'm excited. We are making our way through the Bloodmire Swamp on our way to Silkrend, and to try to find allies so we can defeat the heroes of the light. And, I suppose start a new evil empire, I guess, is what we're looking for. And so thank you for joining me on this day, Friday, the February the 20th, 2026, also known as Fruits Day, Snows End 20. No special images for today, so no pickpocketing or looting, but there are spiders. So, with each step, Silkrend looms closer, its entrance a yawning darkness webbed with silk. Whatever lurks inside is waiting, hungry, and aware of my approach. I stand before a gaping tunnel, the entrance to Silkrend at last. Relief washes over me. Whew. My journey for now has reached its destination, but as I step forward, a sharp, chittering sound echoes from the shadows. Then a dozen crimson eyes flicker to life in the darkness. Well, I've reached my destination, and my destination has spiders. As the vicious spiders attack, they use their webs to wrap you up in restraints to further prevent you from fighting back. In each round of combat, I must roll a d20 plus dexterity. If the dexterity roll is less than this, there's a little symbol, a little arrow symbol. I'm restrained and I'm unable to attack that round, but I can still defend myself. So, let's see the first spider. The spider's mandibles snap shut with a sickening clink, seeking flesh to pierce. So the first thing I need to do is roll a d20, and I roll a 19. The target number was a 7, which means I'm not restrained. So now I need to attack. Okay, so I need to roll my attack. If I beat its defense number, which is an 8, then I hit it. I roll a 5, but I get a +3 because that is, I have a +4 to attack, which makes that a 9, so I do hit it. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do, you can see up there, is it has a health of 4. I roll my damage, and if I beat 4, I kill it, which I do. So I kill it, but that means I get 1 gold, bringing me up to 32, which I feel good about. But also, I've got this minion, my Noodlebeard, right? My Noodlebeard minion, and I can, if I use one of his energy, then I should be able to try and resurrect this minion this spider as a minion, which I'm going to do. So let's roll that d6. If it's a 6, I succeed. It's a 5. No! If I had that one ability, it would have counted. That's okay. We won't have the minion for the moment, but we have still 4 more spiders. But let's describe this. So the mandible snaps shut with a sickening clink, seeking flesh to pierce. I noticed the spider grabbing onto my leg, and with the Death Warden shield, the point of it, I smash it on top of this spider, crushing it. None of these spiders will vanquish Shade Murdstone. But as I'm crunching down on this one spider, the next spider leaps. This creature thrusts a spiked leg towards me, aiming to skewer me like helpless prey. I must first roll my dex check to make sure I'm able to get past the restraints. I do. As this one comes at me, I swing my serrated blades at it, hoping to catch it and destroy it. I rolled an 8, but my attack is a +4. That's a 12. I succeed. Let's do the damage and see where we're at. I roll 4 damage, which is enough, which is great, which gives me 1 more gold, leading me to 33. And let's just use one more of my energy, because maybe I can get more minions. Let's take down one more. Velvet Fang has a total of 4 energy. I'm using the second one right now because I would like to get more minions. And I roll a 1. No extra minion. Sad times for me, but that's okay. Let's describe it. So this creature thrusts a spike leg toward me, aiming to skewer me like helpless prey. I take my serrated dagger and I parry its leg. But when I connect with its leg, I run my serrated dagger all the way up to the joint, and then I cutting off its leg, and as it screams, "Wah!" Blood everywhere, I swing back around and I decapitate it. But yet, there are still more spiders to come. I'm going to roll all of this one for the third spider. Just so, before I describe anything, I just rolled a 7, which is a dex check, and my dex is a +3. So that's a 10, which beats the number I need, which was a 7, so I'm not restrained. I'm going to attack it. I need to beat a 9, and I rolled a 3. I get a +4, that's a 7. I have a special ability, which is the Ghostly Echo Strike, and once per page, I can just re-roll an attack, and I will. I'm going to just re-roll that attack with my Ghostly Strike because I would like to succeed. I rolled an 11, which is enough for the third spider, more than enough. Let me roll my damage. It has a health of 5. I roll a 7, which is enough, which means I'm going to get another gold, by the way, bring me to 34 gold, which I'm very happy about. And I am also going to use Velvet Fang's ability, leaving him with only 1 more energy left, but that's okay, because maybe I will get a minion. I do not get a minion. That's fine. But let's describe this. Strands of silk shoot from the darkness, wrapping around my limbs with terrifying precision, pulling me towards the waiting fangs. I am a picture of calm, and I let this spider bring me closer to its fangs, and as its mandibles open, its maw opens, I jab my serrated blades right into its mouth, killing it instantly, and I say, "You mistake yourself. I am not your dinner. I am your predator." Dun dun dun. There are still 2 spiders left. We're going to roll before we describe. I need a 7 dex. I succeed. I'm not restrained. I need to beat a 9 to hit it. A 20. I succeed. I really need to use that boon that I have, don't I? So I stop wasting boons. That's fine. It's fine. Fine. I need to beat a 4 for damage. I roll a 6. That is great. Which means, by the way, I now get 35 gold. And another spider, comes out of nowhere and it lunges, its bristled legs scraping against me like jagged spears. But I am a bone collar. I am used to barbs and stones, and I cannot be cowed. I don't use magic, so I'm just going to kill it. As it sort of slides against me, I take my serrated blade, I knock its legs out to the side, and then with a powerful shield bash, I bash it over and over. And behind me, I hear one more spider. Let us roll to see our dex, to see if we are restrained. I roll a 3. My dex is a 3, which gives me a 6, which, by the way, is not enough. But I don't want to be restrained, so I need to get 2 more. What I'm going to do is use my boon. I have a boon. I'm going to use it because I keep rolling 20s, and it might be useful. Let's see. I rolled the d4. I rolled a 4. Which brings me up to 10, which is enough. I am not restrained. I'm not restrained, so I can attack. So I roll a 4 plus my attack, which is a 4. So that brings me to an 8, which is enough to hit. Yes. So now I roll my damage. I only need to beat a 3. That's a 2. That's okay, because I can add to damage. I can add to damage by... I have a potion. In my inventory, I have Dragon's Fire. I only have one of them, but they will add a d4 to a single roll. Let's use it, because might as well, right? So I just rolled a 2 damage, then I will add 4. That's a 6, which is more than enough to kill it. And this is my last one. I think I have one more energy left from my ally, Velvet Fang, and I'm going to use it because I feel like maybe I'll get lucky this time. So, let me roll that first. Do I roll a 6? I roll a 6, everyone. Woohoo! Which means I increase my number of minions. So my minions go up to 4. So let's describe this. The spider strikes with its mandibles, latching onto me, testing for weaknesses before the true bite sinks in. But as it latches onto me, I look at it in the eyes. I reach into my bag of bones, and I drizzle bone dust upon it, and I whisper some strange words, and I call forth the bones, and the skeleton of the spider begins to move against its own will, and as the spider itself begins to strangely move, the skeleton breaks out of the spider, killing it instantly, but joining me in my journey. I got a gold for that, by the way. And so with that, these guards were merely doing their job, but this was not quite the welcome I was hoping for. My quest to seek assistance from the Venom King could be disastrous if he decides not to help me. But I think I'm doing pretty well, don't you? Well. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. That was a bunch of spiders. Woo! Tell me how it went for you. And also, if you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe, comment, all that goodness. And I guess I will see you next time when we find out, are we going to meet the Venom King? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but we're going to go into the tunnels. So that's exciting. Well, I will see you next time, everybody, on the Souls of Saraku. Bye, everyone.